Good morning, everyone. Welcome to History and Civics class for class 7. We were doing lesson number 4 of History, the Delhi Sultanate 1. Topics already discussed in the previous video: the introduction of the Delhi Sultanate, the slave dynasty, the rulers of slave dynasty. Let's recall the terms that we had discussed in the previous video: Sultanate, Mamluk, Manumet, par excellence, Minaret, Muezzin, Ekta, Iqtidar, Chronicle, Sijda, Poibos, Magnificence. Let's recall the cross questions. Name the 5 dynasties that together made up the Delhi Sultanate. Name the rulers of the slave dynasty. Who was Qutbuddin Aibak?
Why Qutbuddin Aibak was known as Lakhpaksh.
Name the 2 mosques built by Qutbuddin Aibak. Who was Iltutmish? Who was Genghis Khan? What do you mean by the word Chalisa? Who completed the Qutub Minar? Who was Razia Sultana? What do you mean by the word divine kingship? In today's video, we will discuss introduction of the Khalji dynasty, Jalaluddin Firoz Khalji, Alauddin Khalji, conquest in the north, conquest in the south, and Mongol invasion. Terms to be discussed in the topic: New Muslims, Mongols who embraced Islam and settled in India. Generosity, quality of being kind. Ambitious, a strong desire to succeed. Shrewd, showing an ability to accurately assess situations or people. Treacherous, deceptive. Johar, a custom in Rajasthan in which wives of the Rajput chiefs who died in wars burned themselves to death. Subjugate, to bring under control, especially by conquest. Suzerainty, overlordship. Garrison, a fortress where the troops are stationed. Milch cow, a source of easy profit. Massacre, indiscriminate killing of a large number of people. Introduction of the topic: Khalji dynasty. From 1290 till 1320, the second ruling family of the Muslim Sultanate of Delhi. This dynasty, like the previous slave dynasty, was of Turkish origin. Though the Khalji tribe had long been settled in Afghanistan, its 3 kings were noted for their faithlessness, their ferocity, and their penetration of the Hindu south. Khilji dynasty was established by Jalaluddin Khilji. He defeated the descendant of Balban. Being victorious, came to power. Alauddin Khilji ascended the throne after killing his uncle and father-in-law Jalaluddin Khilji. Let's read and discuss more about this dynasty. The Khalji dynasty, AD 1290 till 1320. Jalaluddin Firoz Khalji, AD 1290 till 1296. Jalaluddin Khalji ascended the throne in AD 1290 at the age of 70 years. He was the founder of the Khalji dynasty. Jalaluddin Khalji was the founder and the first sultan of the Khalji dynasty that ruled Delhi Sultanate from 1290 till 1296. He was 70 years old at the time of his accession. Before his accession, he was known as Malik Firoz. Let's continue with the reading. He was a kind-hearted and a generous person. He forgave the rebellious nobles. This led to lawlessness and revolts in the Sultanate. He was known as a mild-mannered, humble and kind ruler to the general public. He forgave the rebellious nobles. Several nobles considered him as a weak ruler and unsuccessfully attempted to overthrow him at different times. This led to lawlessness and revolts, means Kranti, in the Sultanate. He also followed a lenient policy towards the Mongols. He married one of his daughters to Ulugh Khan, a Mongol leader. Ulugh embraced Islam and settled in Delhi. He and his followers came to be known as the New Muslims. He was very lenient, means merciful, towards Mongols. He allowed many Mongols to settle in India after their conversion to Islam. Alamsbek, Mongol leader, better known by his title Ulugh Khan, was a brother and a general of the Delhi Sultanate ruler Alauddin Khalji. Jalaluddin married his daughters to Ulugh Khan. Ulugh Khan embraced Islam and settled in Delhi. He and his followers came to be known as the New Muslims. Here, New Muslims mean Mongols who embraced Islam and settled in India. Taking advantage of Jalaluddin's generosity means kindness. His ambitious means a person having strong desire to succeed. Nephew means Bhatija. Alauddin treacherously murdered him and ascended the throne. Here the word treacherous means deceptive. In 1291, Jalaluddin appointed Alauddin as a governor of Kara. Kara is now a state in Uttar Pradesh. Alauddin was a nephew of Jalaluddin. In 1296, Alauddin raided Devgiri but did not surrender the loot to Jalaluddin in Delhi. Alauddin sent a letter to Jalaluddin to visit Kara and meet him. Jalaluddin visited Kara, where Alauddin murdered him and ascended the throne. Let's continue with the reading. Alauddin Khalji, AD 1296 till 1316. Alauddin Khalji was a brilliant general and a shrewd administrator. Shrewd means showing an ability to assess the situation. He dreamed of conquering the whole world. He called himself the second Alexander, that is Sikandar-e-Sani. Alauddin Khalji, born as Ali Gurshab, was the most powerful emperor of the Khalji dynasty. He was a brilliant general and had a good judgment of situations. He was a good administrator too. He was very ambitious ruler. He called himself the second Alexander or Sikandar-e-Sani. Why so? Because he also dreamt of conquering the whole world. He wanted to be a world conqueror. He believed that defense, expansion, and consolidation could all go together. He followed the policy of defense from the Mongol invasion. Also, he adopted the policy of expansion. During his reign, the boundaries of Delhi Sultanate extended beyond the Vindhyas up to Deccan. The Sultanate reached new heights under his leadership. He established a militaristic regime. He believed that defense means raksha karna, to protect. Expansion means vistar karna, to expand. And consolidation means to combine, jodna. First he followed the policy of defense from the Mongol invasions. Then he adopted the policy of expansion. Then he combined his territories and spread his sultanate to the different parts of India. His empire extended from Brahmaputra in the east to Arabian Sea in the west, and from the Himalayas in the north up to Madurai in the far south. He established a militaristic regime, means military government and military dictatorship. Military government is a government controlled by military. Conquest in the north. Alauddin's first military campaign was directed towards Gujarat, where he conquered Gujarat and Malwa in AD 1299. Thus he gained control over the western sea ports. The campaign of Gujarat was Alauddin's first army attack after becoming the ruler. He was aware of the weak economic status of Gujarat even before sitting on the throne. Hence he found it very convenient to attack Gujarat, and he gained control over the western seaports of India. He bought a Hindu slave, Malik Kafur, for 1000 dinars and sent him to Delhi. Malik Kafur later on became the prime minister of Alauddin's kingdom. Malik Kafur was a Hindu slave and also known as Hazar Dinari, as he was purchased for 1000 dinars. Dinars means the basic monetary unit of certain countries of Middle East and North Africa. Alauddin bought him 1000 dinars and sent him to Delhi. Later on, he became the prime minister of Alauddin's kingdom. Alauddin Khalji next proceeded towards Rajasthan. He captured the fort of Ranthambore in AD 1301 and Chittor, the capital of Mewar, in AD 1303. After Gujarat, he moved towards Rajasthan. He captured the forts of Ranthambore, which was ruled by the Chauhan dynasty, and the ruler was Hamir Dev in AD 1301. Then he captured the forts of Chittor, capital of Mewar, in AD 1303. The reason why Chittor was attacked was that it was the way to trade route to Gujarat. Extra fact: the majestic Chittorgarh fort has 22 water bodies and is also known as the Water Fort. Chittorgarh Fort, covering an area of 700 acres, is the largest fort in India. It is home to the several palaces, temples, and other significant structures. Alauddin further sent an army towards Malwa and occupied Ujjain, Mandu, Dhar, and Chanderi. He also occupied Jalore. Almost everywhere in Rajasthan, he met stiff resistance from the Rajputs. Alauddin further sent his army towards Malwa and occupied Ujjain, Mandu, Dhar, and Chanderi. These all are the places in Madhya Pradesh. He also occupied Jalore in Rajasthan. Here Alauddin Khalji met with a strong resistance from the Rajput rulers. The Rajput women performed Johar and burned themselves to death. Almost the whole of the northern India was occupied by Alauddin by AD 1305, except Kashmir, Nepal, Assam, and some portions of northwestern Punjab. The Rajput women performed Johar and burned themselves to death. Here, Johar was a custom in Rajasthan in which wives of Rajput chiefs who died in wars burnt themselves to death. Almost the whole of the northern India was occupied by Alauddin, except some portions of northwestern Punjab. Conquest in the Deccan. Alauddin was the first Muslim ruler to send an expedition, means planned journey, to Deccan. His main objective was to get as much wealth as possible from the rich provinces of the Deccan. The Deccan expeditions were led by Malik Kafur, who defeated and subjugated, means to bring under control, the rulers of Devgiri, Telangana, and the Hoysala kingdom. Malik Kafur further penetrated the Pandya kingdom in the extreme south and defeated its rulers. He looted the temples of Madurai and Rameshwaram. At Rameshwaram, he destroyed the temple and built a mosque in its place and named it after Alauddin. After winning two important forts of Chittor and Ranthambore, he moved toward Deccan. He sent a huge army under Malik Kafur in 1303 AD to recover Devgiri, whose kings had refused to pay tribute to Delhi Empire. Malik Kafur went further in the south region and invaded Varangal region. He defeated the rulers of the Hoshala kingdom. He looted the temples of Madurai and Rameshwaram. At Rameshwaram, he destroyed the temple and built a mosque in its place and named it after Alauddin. The territories of Deccan were not annexed by Alauddin. He knew very well that it would be difficult to administer these far off territories from Delhi. Therefore, he made the southern rulers acknowledge his suzerainty, means overlordship, and pay huge amounts of tribute as a mark of submission. Alauddin established a few Turkish garrisons in important towns. He considered the Deccan as a milch cow, means a source of easy profit. The objective of conquering South India was, however, mainly economic. He did not want to annex the southern states into Sultanate. He knew very well that it would be very difficult to administer these far off territories from Delhi. Therefore, he wanted the rulers of southern kingdoms acknowledge the overlordship of Alauddin Khilji and paid huge amounts of annual taxes. This was considered a wise statesman policy. He established garrisons in important towns. Here the word garrisons mean the fortress where the troops are stationed. The whole Deccan was brought under his control. He considered the Deccan as a source of easy profit. Let's read further Mongol invasions. The reign of Alauddin was marked by the series of Mongol invasions that started as early as his accession to the throne and continued till AD 1327. Alauddin took the following measures to keep a check on the Mongols. The old forts, here the forts mean the old historical buildings of Punjab, Multan, and Sindh were repaired, and several new ones were built to protect the frontiers. An additional army was posted whose duty was to guard the frontier provinces. A special governor was appointed in the frontier region who was known as the Warden of Marches. The entire army was reorganized and strengthened. The Mongol leaders were captured and trampled under the feet of elephants. The Mongols who got settled in Delhi were massacred, means brutally killed. The old forts were repaired and experienced troops were posted. New forts were built and put under the charge of seasoned officers and well trained soldiers. Armament factories were set up and skilled engineers and technicians were appointed. A permanent and separate army was prepared for the defense of the northwest frontier. The Mongol leaders were captured and trampled under the feet of elephants. The Mongols who settled in Delhi were brutally killed. I hope you understood the topic. You are able to solve some exercises and question answers. Don't forget to learn the terms. I will come with the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.